Mr. President, we are ready to begin the meeting.
It is 4:33 on Thursday, July 28th, 2022, and I call this meeting of the Meridian Historic Preservation Commission to order. Roll call: Blaine Johnston here, Tyler Ricks not here, John Dinger
Here.
Destiny Hart,
Here.
Pam Jagosh,
Present.
Jody Alt.
Present.
Thank you. Adoption of the agenda.
Mr. President, I move that we adopt the agenda. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Alt, seconded by Commissioner Hart for adoption of the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you. Approval of our monthly financial statements. Ms. Schiffler, anything new we need to look at?
Nothing from last month.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I would motion that we approve the monthly financial statement.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Dinger, seconded by Commissioner Alt for approval of our monthly financial statements. Make my notes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Oh,
Mr. President, I believe we skipped over the approval of minutes.
oh. I had the agenda. Sorry about that. You are correct. Approval of our minutes from June 23rd, 2022.
Mr. President,
Commissioner Hart.
I move that we approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hart, seconded by Commissioner Alt for approval of our monthly or minutes of our June meeting. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Now we can approve our monthly financials. Mr. Dinger has already made a motion. Commissioner Alt has seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, now it carries. Thank you. We'll go on to new business. Item 3, discuss Meridian Speedway interpretive signage for National Historic Registry Edition. Sandra, I didn't know if you got an email from Idaho Heritage Trust. They have some grant opportunities available. So that's a possibility that we can look at. Or funding, it's a matched grant. So whatever it is, we have to pay half. But that's an opportunity for us for signage. So we just need to figure out what we want to do and stuff like that. The due date, I believe, is the end of September for the application. I'm trying to figure out when we get official notification. I don't want to submit something without our official notification from
Sorry, Mr. President, official notification from,
National Trust and the state on Meridian Speedway.
oh, like the official National Historic Registry number.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. With that, I know Commissioner Hart had kind of talked about pursuing a grant, and I reached out to Barbara, and sometimes with these kind of grants, we want to make sure all the permissions are in place.
Right.
So a good place to start with that, it would probably be talking to the Speedway to figure out what kind of signage they might want. And depending on that, might be ACHD for, getting all those permissions in place before applying for a grant.
Okay.
So that might not be feasible to do this year, but if we could get those things in place, then next year applying for.
I just saw it come up, so I just thought I'd mention it. So that's a possibility for us to use. So, okay. Let's just wait until we get everything official. Then we can talk to the Speedway, ACHD, the city. I don't know who else we need to talk to about getting signage put up on the Speedway and what we want it to look like.
Mr. President and Commissioner Hart, is that something that you still wanted to work on, Destiny?
Mr. President, yes,
Yeah.
that's something I'm available to work on whenever it's the right time.
Okay. I think we should hear in September from the National Trust. Once we get that news, then probably in October meeting, we'll start talking to the Speedway and everybody else about what they want, what we need to talk about, what we would like to see and have an idea, and then talk to Speedway and ACHD on what we can and cannot do. So, I don't know if we want to just continue this as old business, but just not put it until October. Cassandra?
That sounds like a good recommendation to me.
Okay,
And along with that, I would recommend working with Barbara because she had some ideas and potentially could put together the interpretive signage information, and she might be a good, probably the right person to do the design and information layout.
okay, sounds good. Any other discussion on the Speedway? We'll go on to old business. I need to apologize to the commission. My July was not a good July. Wrecked a truck, COVID, a few other good things. So I was not able to pursue that. Department of Interior inquiry about the participation. So I will try and reach out, see what's going on. I don't know what the time frame was at, but I will try and do that this month and get a report back by August. With that, we're still gonna do a quick meeting. Update on projects, number 5, virtual tours, sites tour and North Main Street survey.
Yes, I'd be happy to give an update on those. The virtual sites tour, Brandon Hull with Hull Films is now contracted to do his work, and he is planning to begin doing the photography August 14th, early in the morning. He would like to know if there's any points of interest that the commission would like to specify, along with any of the still images. So if there's any volunteers that are willing to work with Brandon, you could potentially also work with the library that has the collection to figure out if there's any points specifically that we'd like to add to that. And he would need that information by August 5th. So I know that's a pretty quick turnaround. Otherwise, he'll probably just leave it up to his discretion. I did send him the drive folders with all of the images, and
Okay.
so he has a lot of the images that he could use too.
Okay. I think the only thing we can do right now is, if you can think of anything, Centennial Park. Is that on his list of things to photograph, since it's not going to be here for very much longer?
Yes, that's one of the sites.
Okay,
So community center probably would be good.
okay. Trying to think what else. I don't know if we have any new photographs of Idaho Street, but I think that's on his list of things to do. So Rice Pharmacy, everything along that block. So, yeah, I'll just have to drive through and look and see if I can think of anything, or if anybody else on the commission can think of anything that they think we should photograph, then make a list, email it to Cassandra, and she'll get it to Mr. Hull. North Main Street survey.
Thank you. The North Main Street survey, TAG is also contracted to move forward with that. And they are putting together the information right now for a literature search from SHPO to identify what may have already been documented in the survey area. Once Barbara gets the information together, she will, that information will include a record search request and a map of the project, and she will send that to SHPO and CC me on that request. And then when we have that in hand, TAG can proceed with the fieldwork portion.
Okay,
But all looks good to complete. I did kind of have to expedite that a little bit by asking legal to do the task order rather than going through finance, but everything's in place and I think they'll be able to complete the portion by September 30th.
okay. The only property that comes to mind right offhand for both Brandon, it may be a little bit outside his scope, but I kind of want to get it photographed. And then for Barbara is the nurse house on, or it's not, I think it's, I don't know if it's on Pine or what. Since that one's been around a long time, a lot of history with that family. Get that one photographed. I know there's a lot of old photographs on that one also, but be able to combine some of the old and what's there now.
I'll ask Brandon if he can include that. Yes.
Okay, thank you. With that, anything that we need to talk about step in for our August meeting? And I know school's starting back up soon. Is everyone going to be available for August 25th meeting? As far as you know right now, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm available.
Okay. I don't see anything else. Does anybody else have anything they need to talk about what we've discussed so far this afternoon? With that, our next meeting will be on August 25th. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Mr. President,
Commissioner Alt.
I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Alt, seconded by Commissioner Jagos to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Thanks for the quick meeting, everybody. So we'll see you next month.